When you see that field of blue, you know it can be only one place in the world. Boise, Idaho, on the campus of Boise State and home to the fabled giant killers, the Boise State Broncos. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a team from the American, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Broncos will put total leather to crank us up. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers' offense will get first crack at it today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. He's got it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got the first down and still on his feet. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Wants to go up top on first down. Works the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Hold. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Here's the pressure. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They go right back to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Armour. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Well, really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Snapped it in the shotgun. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Marshall. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. To the air on second down. He's got him. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it behind the line. It's Coates. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Memphis will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking to throw for it. Fires to the right. Working the middle. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. Gets open down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Broncos look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's y'all. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. First and goal from the 4 as they try to break the seal on the scoring. They want the edge on the jet sweep. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Trying to find the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Broncos!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Lee, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Let's get that touch.
Wants to fire on second down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Gets it out fast. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Boise State. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. On the ground, it's Coates. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marshall. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Looking to the big tight end. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Punt is on its way. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return.
Will take over. First and 10.
Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Armour. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45. The Broncos can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Leaves it with the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his man down the middle.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing crow routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that 1st career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Trying to set up the screen. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Oh, and the attempt is no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Cook. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Grab behind the line. It's Wagner. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second and goal coming up. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. What will the offense dial up on third and goal? From the gun, wants to pass. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, but Happy Valley is a tense place right now. This is a tight game. They're up by 13 over Pittsburgh. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. On the run, it's Coates. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. Can't get him to the ground. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. It's complete to the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Rushes on him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Big guy smells it. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. What a disappointment. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Albertson Stadium.
The Tigers will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got an open man. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Trying to make magic with his feet. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. He did not hesitate, going for it on 4th and short from the 49. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Broncos kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got a man, it's Wagner. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line. The Broncos can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run play action. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Soft spot in the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The inside handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Memphis will be forced to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Broncos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off the play fake on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pulls it in. It's Shaw. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Wants to throw on 3rd. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Broncos line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. They'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Coates. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third.
Second down coming up.
Got his man quickly. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Looking deep down the right side. Makes a grab on the shot. Finds a seam. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 6 over Pittsburgh.
Off the play fake on first down to throw.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Shaw. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Broncos come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the catch. It's Armour. Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the Broncos are marching down the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, that gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Armour. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Zings it complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. Snap from the gun on third down. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Broncos. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And that is was a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Memphis, 10.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. No chance to run, but still a good gain. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd down.
Wants to go up top. He can't make the catch, and over the middle of the field, sometimes you hear those footsteps. It's 3rd down. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. There he goes. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to keep it in the air. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Loss of 2. 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man on the right. Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Off play action on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Armour. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Takes the handoff. It's Thompson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They'll give it to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. He wants to throw it. Looking deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The play action fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Coates. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Snags it down the right side. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff. It's Coates. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Complete out of the backfield. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. They'll move the tight end. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Takes a hit as he fires. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Catch in the middle, it's all. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Shaw. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires to the big fella. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines. It stands on the result of the play. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Tight end now in motion. It's a draw. Oh, better look out. Nice move to keep running. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go up top on second and short. He wants a big play here late. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.